Hey everybody, it's Pastor Joel here. I've been working on the message for Sunday. And one of the things I've been struck by as we're finishing up this series on the book of Acts. We've gone through this entire book. We're getting down to the very end of it. And one of the things I'm struck by is how the very beginning of the book, there's a word that the Lord gives to his disciples. He said, "You will be witnesses unto me in Jerusalem, Judea, Samaria, ends of the earth." And we've talked a lot about that part of what Jesus said. But there's something else he says in Acts 1:8. Jesus says, Holy Spirit is going to come upon you. You're going to be empowered to be a witness. You're going to receive Holy Spirit's supernatural empowerment to be a witness unto me. And the witness unto me, it's going to have impact on the people that you live closest to, the people that you influence, even people you don't even realize the influence that you have with them. I believe that's what's signified by the furthest reaches of the earth. Every one of us has circles of influence. But what does it mean to be empowered to be a witness? That's just something I want to briefly talk about and give you a perspective on. Sometimes when we talk about the Holy Spirit's empowerment, we get a picture in our head of maybe something we saw in a church service, maybe in a revival service or a camp meeting, or something we saw when we were a kid at camp where somebody got powerfully touched by God. There's this incredible, maybe very emotional moment. Maybe we saw somebody get healed. I've seen a lot of that in my lifetime, a lot of supernatural things, God healing people supernaturally. Maybe we think that it's, you see somebody at a meeting and they get prayed for, and that person that prayed for them, he lays their hands on them and they pray this really powerful prayer, and that person falls on the ground shaking into the power of God. Is that what it means to be empowered by the Spirit of God, that I can, do that to somebody? In the book of Acts, we see the Holy Spirit's empowerment take on many different forms. Looks a lot different in one place from another place. I'll give you an example of that. One of the first things that we see in the book of Acts, in Acts chapter 2, is we see thousands of people coming to faith in Jesus in one afternoon. We see a person who's lame from his mother's womb healed supernaturally at the temple in Acts chapter 3. We see all kinds of examples. In Acts 9, we see someone who is dead raised back to life again. We see all kinds of different demonstrations of what it means to be empowered to be a witness. But you know what? The one that's really encouraging to me the most right now is the witness that Paul is giving at the end of the book, where he's going through this incredibly difficult season, this trial that he's going through, literally a trial. And he's going through this really, really tough season, and the Holy Spirit is empowering him in that season to give a consistent witness. And he doesn't really even see immediate fruit from that witness. In that whole season, you don't see him really leading people to Jesus. You don't see miracles happening. You don't necessarily see signs and wonders happening around him. And yet, nevertheless, the presence of God is with him. And we don't know the full story about what happens to the people who hear and witness his testimony and witness how he conducted himself in the face of all that unfair treatment. Holy Spirit empowered him to give God a consistent witness, an example, a living, breathing example of this is what Jesus Christ does in a person's life. And I believe that's something he can do in our life. I believe the Holy Spirit wants to empower each and every one of us so that we can give a consistent witness. The question is, will we let him? So I just want to encourage you with that word, kind of give you a sense of what we're going to talk about on Sunday. God bless you. May he keep you. May he cause your life to abound with his goodness. May the presence of God be with you all. We'll see you back here on Sunday. 11 o'clock, church is here. We're so excited that we're able to have services in our building again. Hope to see you here. Take care.